Apologies for the mess. I had company over last night.
I can see that.
If it makes you uncomfortable, you could wait outside while I...
No, it's fine.
You're very convincing, Doctor.
I'm sorry, it's just that seeing it is different than...
Of course. Let me, move the rug.
Thank you. So, what's going on?
It's Oathkeeper. He's... stronger, angrier, hungrier, I don't know. Life doesn't sustain me the way that it used to. Oh, don't look at me like that. You're safe here.
Tell that to the last guy.
If I wanted to talk to the last guy, I probably wouldn't have killed him.
You're hilarious. Let me see your arm.
Your dad would have laughed at my jokes.
My dad had a horrible sense of humor.
He was a good man.
He did his best. The lock is still intact, but the ward is getting weaker.
You reapplied the ward 5 years ago.
I know. It's concerning.
How concerning?
How long have you had Oathkeeper trapped in your arm? 30 years?
Closer to 50.
Very concerning. Do you know how the warding actually works?
Just the basics. Your father described it as a puzzle box that Oathkeeper would be compelled to open. And that the more focus and energy he exerts unraveling the ward, the less he has to make demands of me.
Well, after 50 years, it looks like Oathkeeper got better at multitasking.
So build a better ward.
I can't.
Oh, pity. I don't maintain relationships with useless people.
I thought I was safe here.
And I thought you were good at your job. We both made mistakes.
I can't tell if you're joking.
Do you want to find out? Or would you rather just propose a solution?
There might be some alternatives.
And I can't wait to hear them. Tell me you have good news.
I have news. How good is relative?
You're very glib today.
Well, we're in a public place, so I figured I'd live on the edge.
What did you learn about Oathkeeper?
The notes Dad kept on him were meticulous. I still haven't fully digested everything, but there's a promising option emerging.
Go on.
Oathkeeper wasn't named ironically. That thing is like the patron saint of Faustian bargains. So while I'm sure he's pissed that you trapped him for 50 years, there's probably a part of him that's impressed.
So what's the promising option?
I just told you.
I want to make sure I understand. The ward is failing.
Yes.
And there's nothing that you, me, or a minor act of God can do to change that.
Correct.
But I should be encouraged by the fact that I tricked Oathkeeper into bondage.
Exactly.
Out of respect for your father, I'll let you finish that horrid cup of coffee before I kill you.
I don't think you're seeing the big picture.
As soon as the ward fails, I'm as good as dead.
Possibly.
Possibly? For 5 decades, Oathkeeper's had nothing to do but stew on what it can do to me when he's free. Do you know what 50 years worth of revenge look like?
I don't. And that's why you have a chance. Oma, you are a uniquely cruel woman, and Oathkeeper has to respect that on some level. That thing lives to make deals. So make it another one.
I have no leverage. Why would he... Oh my God. Of course. He doesn't know how close he is to breaking free, does he?
I don't think so.
Well then, that changes things, doesn't it?
I hunger, Geist.
You speak as if that's my concern.
By the day your beauty fades, I would say it's very much your concern.
I love it when you posture as if I don't have you under lock and key. You will be fed when I choose to feed you and not a moment before.
My power
Is weakening. You think I haven't noticed? Last year I could kill a vagrant and enjoy the rest of swimsuit season. Now the same hobo would barely last me a drive to the Hamptons. At some point, le jeu ne vaut pas la chandelle.
Now who's posturing?
What good is eternal life if I spend it in an OSIC oubliette? And we both know that's exactly where I would end up if I gave in to your every whim. No. Your demands are too much. And so I'm given little choice but to age gracefully.
So what? You toss me more scraps for the next 50 years?
My dear Oathkeeper, the scraps you are fed today will feel like a banquet compared to the crumbs you will be fed in the future.
Such conviction. I almost believe you.
Believe me, don't believe me, either way. This dynamic of ours is not really benefiting either of us anymore, is it?
It sounds like you're about to propose a solution.
You don't want to be trapped in my arm. I don't want to be killed if I release you.
So pay off your debt to me.
Did you forget the part where I said I had no intention of obeying your whims?
A deal made needs to be honored. It is my nature.
And it will be, just not by me.
Go on.
I don't release you. I transfer you. To someone I trust. You get a host for your regular indulgences.
And I don't have a moment of freedom to kill you.
Exactly.
The idea has merit. Do you have someone in mind?
Looks like you've had a hell of a night.
Very much so. The usual, please, Hank.
Enjoy it. We'll be closing soon.
I thought last call wasn't for a few hours.
No, closing. Alchemy Bureau wants to shut us down.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Fern and I are trying our best to save the place. But I don't know if it's too little too late.
Hank, if you're open to negotiations, maybe we can help each other out.
You thinking back room, or you gonna spring for a hotel?
I have standards.
Sure, but one of these days you're gonna lower them. And when you do...
This is serious. How badly do you want the resources to get out of the trouble you're in with the Alchemy Bureau?
If it meant saving my bar, I'd make a deal with the devil himself.
Then, do I have the deal for you?